Welcome to our podcast series, Roadmap for Acing SSCE 24-25 examination. With the board exams approaching, we recognize the importance of strategic preparation, particularly for the applied mathematics paper. To provide valuable insight, we are pleased to present Ms. Swapna Agarwal, a distinguished applied mathematics faculty member from DPS Bangalore East. In this episode, she will share expert advice, best practices, and essential do's and don'ts for excelling in the CBSE Class 12 Applied Mathematics examination. Welcome, ma'am. Let's dive into our first question. The 12th Applied Math exam demands a comprehensive approach, blending conceptual understanding with rigorous practice. Could you please share some valuable tips on how to effectively attempt the paper and maximize our scores?
Thank you, Reshma. Good morning, one and all. The key to excel in applied maths paper is a structured approach. Start by understanding the paper pattern and marking scheme. Attempt the paper section-wise, ensuring that you read each question carefully before solving. Prioritize accuracy over speed and double-check the calculations. Always present your answer neatly, highlighting the key formulas and steps. Remember, stepwise marking is given. So even if the final answer is incorrect, ensure that the method is correct to get partial credit.
That's a great strategy to excel in the exam. As we all know, students are allotted 15 minutes to read the question paper before starting to write. Could you please share guidance on how students can optimize this reading time to their advantage?
Okay. The 15-minute reading time is crucial for strategic planning. Begin by scanning the entire paper to understand the distribution of questions. Identify questions you are confident about and plan the order in which you will attempt them. Always pay close attention to each problem and recall related formulas. This mental preparation reduces stress and helps you to start the exam with clarity and focus.
That's a fantastic way to reduce stress and increase focus. Ma'am, what is the best way to approach the exam paper? Should students start with the easy questions or tackle the tough ones first?
Well, it is generally best to start with questions you find easiest. This builds confidence and ensures you secure marks early on. Once those are completed, move on to moderately difficult ones, leaving the toughest for last.
That's a practical approach to build confidence. Ma'am, could you please advise students on how to manage their time effectively to complete the paper successfully?
Yes, sure. A well-planned approach is the key. Divide the 3-hour exam into sections and allocate around 30 minutes for section A, which is 20 MCQs, 15 minutes for very short answers, 30 minutes for short answers, and 60 minutes for long answer questions, and 30 minutes for section E, which is case study, right? And always remember to save good 15 minutes for revision or checking answers. Avoid spending too much time on any single question. If you are stuck, move on and return later. Keep an eye on the clock and maintain a steady pace.
I agree. This well-planned approach will help students complete the paper successfully. Ma'am, can you share some tips for students who are weak in applied math and need to improve their scores quickly?
Well, for students struggling with applied maths, focus on high weightage topics like financial mathematics, algebra first. Break concepts into small, manageable parts and practice regularly. Solve previous year's papers and sample questions to identify the pattern. Always seek guidance from teachers for doubt clarification.
That's a great tip to increase scores quickly. Ma'am, how important is it to review and revise math concepts regularly rather than trying to cram everything in just before the exam?
Applied maths is a subject that requires consistent practice. Instead of cramming, revise concepts daily in small chunks. Maintain a formula notebook and review it regularly. Stop watching YouTube videos. Rather, sit and practice with pen and paper in hand. Solve at least one practice paper every week and analyze your mistakes. This method ensures retention and application of concepts, which will reduce last-minute stress.
I completely agree. Consistent practice is key. Ma'am, how can students ensure accuracy in their calculations, especially in sections like financial mathematics and algebra?
Accuracy comes from practice and being attentive, right? Always write down the intermediate steps rather than solving mentally to avoid errors. We all know while doing financial mathematics, we come across huge multiplications and divisions. So revise multiplication tables and practice the method of finding square root, long divisions, etc. The fundamentals, what I mean. Always cross-check calculations, especially in topics like financial mathematics, and wherever incorrect rounding is done, it will lead to wrong answers. So use approximation techniques to verify that if your final answer is reasonable or not.
That's excellent advice, ma'am. Fundamentals should be crystal clear. How can students stay motivated and focused in the final stretch before the exam?
Okay. For that, a very practical approach is needed. Set small and achievable goals each day and reward yourself after completion. Maybe a small walk, listening to music, whatever you are fond of. Stay away from distractions like social media. Surround yourself with a positive study environment. Engage in light physical activity or meditation to stay fresh. Most importantly, believe in your preparation and avoid unnecessary overthinking and taking stress.
That's a great advice, ma'am. Staying focused and motivated is essential. Ma'am, thank you so much for taking the time to share your expertise with us today. Your insights have been incredibly valuable. We are sure our students will benefit greatly from your tips.
Thank you for having me. I hope these tips help students approach their exam with confidence, with a structured approach, smart revision, and a calm mindset. Success is within reach. Best of luck to all my dear students. Thank you.